Hey everybody. So in this video, we're looking at how can we categorize and classify the vertebrates. So before we do that, we need to actually remember what vertebrates are. So there's two words or two groups that animals fit into. Animals can either be invertebrates or vertebrates. And the invertebrates, these are all the animals that don't have a backbone. So things like in the picture here, we can see flatworms, jellyfish, sea stars, all the insects, and the arachnids like spiders, and all the mollusks like snails and slugs. None of these animals have a backbone. But vertebrates, these are animals that do have a backbone. And obviously that includes us. So all the humans and mammals, all the other mammals, all the lizards, all the birds, and other reptiles too, and all the fish as well. So within the vertebrates group, there's 5 different categories that scientists sort the vertebrates into, and these are called classes. So let's have a look at the 5 classes of vertebrates now. And you've actually probably heard of all of them before. So the 5 classes are fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. So obviously, as humans, we fit into the class of mammals. And amphibians include all the things like frogs and other ones you might not have heard of, like salamanders as well, which we don't have in Australia. So these are the 5 different groups that we can classify vertebrates into. So any animal with a backbone will be classified into one of these 5 groups. And actually, these 5 groups have a scientific or a Latin name, which you should also be familiar with. So the mammals, their scientific name is class Mammalia. That's an easy one to remember. The birds, they're actually called class Aves, and that's where the word aviary comes from, where you keep birds. The reptiles, that one's easier to remember as well. Reptiles are in class Reptilia. The amphibians are class Amphibia. And the fish are class Pisces. So you can probably recognize a few of these words from either Greek or Latin, if you know any of those languages, because that's where all scientific words have come from eventually, either ancient Greek or from Latin. So the next challenge, once you know the 5 classes, is to be able to categorize different vertebrates into each one of these groups.